Hey guys, good morning on a cold morning where I'm inside, not gonna go outside right away. Anyway, let's plot out our day a little bit. Windy and cold and windy. I've got several trips back and forth today from the country house back into the city. Kids aren't feeling that well. I'm trying to take care of them and do a bunch of other stuff. But I think we're gonna have some time to walk over by the White House, see what's new since I've been gone for a week. And I don't know, a lot of you asking about the Federal Reserve fence. I've shown it to you before, but hey, you want to see it again? We'll take you there again. All right, let's go back into Washington. It'll take us about an hour to get there, and let's see what's new. Yes, it's been a couple of weeks. Okay guys, so while I was away, a lot of you wrote to me about the fence that, well, I've shown you many times. But today I brought the 360 camera and we're on a bike and we're gonna let you see the fence around the Federal Reserve in 360 degrees. So right here is the construction crew coming back from lunch and they're looking, boy, they're cutting down some big old trees over there. There's some nice big trees. So here's the fence. It's 4x8 sheets of plywood. Balfour Betty Gilbane is the construction company. And, whoa, tree. Ooh. That was a really big branch. I just rode the bike through. Oops. So on the other side, if I hold the thing high enough, you should be able to see over the Federal Reserve building. Actually, it's the Department of Interior building that the Federal Reserve bought. And then the next building is the Federal Reserve headquarters that you're more familiar with seeing. As mentioned, this is a plywood 8-foot sheet of white painted plywood. Goes all the way around the building. They're undergoing a major renovation here at the Federal Reserve. These two buildings are going to be vastly expanded and upgraded. Both of them date back a long time. Here you can see them putting the fence together. Good chunk. So the fence down here is getting replaced with the plywood. Now the Fed's offices are all over DC. They've got space up on K Street. They have space by the White House. And of course they have these two buildings that they're renovating and the one behind it there. So on my right, that area is going to be enclosed in a glass atrium. And then you can see inside the building, there ain't much going on. But there's one building up here, straight ahead, kind of on my left now. That Federal Reserve building is still in operation, along with the ones downtown on K Street. Yep, see, oh, there's a picture. There's a picture of the renovation plan. There you can see those big glass atriums. That's what they're proposing. Let's just keep biking. Okay guys, so we got the Insta camera into my backpack, tied to the front of the bike.
Something.
No idea how this is gonna look, but we'll give it a try. So on my right up ahead, the National Christmas tree is getting all decorated. You can see they already got ornaments on one half of it. And then the little trees have arrived for the Pageant of Peace, a Christmas tree from all the states, territories, representing the military bases and the Native American community reservations. They'll all have a tree. What's up at the White House on my left? Not much. Pretty quiet. So there you can see all the little trees getting set up. Oh, looks like the Marines are over here. Oh wow, they reopened the sidewalk. So there's the Marine Corps bus, probably dropping off the sentries. I don't think there's any events today. No like concert or anything. So that big hole is filled in. Oh, it's right over here. So they filled in the big hole and they've reopened the sidewalk. And they still, I think they're done on that side too. They finished the General Sherman statue. So here's the Old Guard panel van. And there's a couple Old Guard soldiers in the back, bagpipes. And there's a bunch of buses, the Bluebirds, standard military transport. They're pretty full actually. They got a bunch of soldiers inside. Guess they had a ceremony practice. And let's turn around. There's the other army truck. Ah, what a day. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the blue one, plus the Marines on the other side. This one with all the flags in the back. It's a truck full of flags. So a lot of you have asked me, what are these buses doing out front of the White House? Technically, I don't know. I mean, I don't. I do know that the president's not here. The White House is empty. And this is a perfect time for the military to practice things like helicopter landings or ceremonial parades or whatever else it is they need to do practice. In fact, we also see the Secret Service run certain type of practice drills when nobody's around. So that's probably what it is, but is it certainly what it is? I don't know. Let's go take another look. Yep, guy's rocking out his bagpipe. Oh, the Secret Service bucket truck is over there. Secret Service has a bucket truck they use to fix like all the cameras that are around here. So it's right over there on the grounds. There, of course, is the White House. Everybody wants the perfect selfie. The Old Guard, the 3rd Infantry Regiment based at Fort Myers. These are the guys who guard Arlington Cemetery. They have the Fife and Bugle Corps. They've got the band, it's a Pershing Zone. There you can see the Colonial unit firing off their muskets. And these guys just chilling after a day of probably parade ceremonies. I don't know if we have any state dinners coming up. They'd have to be getting ready for. Buses are idling, and the dudes inside are just sort of chill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the big blue one, which is their like promotional bus that they drive around a lot. I can't cross the street right now. It's all closed off. This bus is about half empty. Alrighty, so we're back around. We got to go all the way around H Street to get back because they blocked off a little bit of the road for the buses. Kind of annoying. This is the emergency exit alley for the president. It goes back down to the Treasury Annex. There's a tunnel to the Treasury, and from the Treasury there's a tunnel to the Treasury Annex. If they have to get out of the White House in a hurry, they can go through those two tunnels, pop up in that alley, and exit out on this street. And no, it's not a secret, it's on Google. Google Secret Escape Alley White House, and you'll see that alley. Apparently there's a really big like bank vault door back there. This is an old hotel. This is the site of an old hotel, the Wormley Hotel site. Wormley was a freeborn African American who opened a powerful, famous hotel here, and this is where the Wormley Hotel Conference, Republican Rutherford B. Hayes, Democrat Samuel Tilden brokered a deal over the contested 1876 election. The Compromise of 1877 saw Southern troops pulled out of the South, a demand by Tilden, and in exchange, Hayes was to become the president. So that's all sorted out on this location, which is now was then a bank, and now it's kind of nothing. All these buildings down here were banks at one time. Guess they wanted to be next to the Treasury. All of them are now office buildings for lobbyists or fancy restaurants and whatnot. All right, let's go down 15th Street. So looking down Pennsylvania Avenue, there's all the buses. That's the Old Guard and then the other Bluebird buses. As the trees have started to thin out, you can actually see the White House now from the side as you walk down what used to be, what is this, E Street? New York Avenue, Pennsylvania Avenue. I guess it was called E Street before they closed it off. It got closed after the Oklahoma City bombing under Clinton and turned into a giant parking lot for the truck that does nothing, which sits down here until it does something. There's a nice view of the White House. The main building. Hey squirrel. So down here we've got one of the Marines vehicles. Now the sentries rotate every few hours, every 8 hours or something, but they usually have a small bus. They don't really bring their big one. So the fact that big one's here means they might have a bigger unit or even the band or something. We'll go see if we can see them. So here you get a much better view of all the little Christmas trees. There'll be one for each state and territory, and there'll be one or two representing military bases, and then some of the Indian nations or Native American nations. And they'll be decorated with ornaments from a school in each one of those states or territories. So not much going on the South Lawn. Whatever ceremony was being practiced is obviously over. Oh, beloved hot dog guys sitting over there calling me out with their siren song of whatever stupid music they play on those things. Gotta let you guys in on a little secret though, a little confession. I have not had a Diet Coke in 10 days. Ooh, yeah, I'm kind of freaked out. When I went into my trip to Europe, I decided I would not drink Diet Coke, I would just drink water. I've done this before. I gave up Diet Coke for a couple years. Only to slowly go back to it. And just like the last time, this first week or two, it's the hardest. It's the time where you're just like, water sucks. Anyway, I haven't had a Diet Coke, I haven't had Diet Pepsi. I had a lot of orange juice though. Anyway, we'll see how this one goes. We'll try it. So guys, putting up the Christmas lights at Constitution Hall, the DAR. See them wrapping them all the way up. So as I mentioned, my two kids are home from school today, and they're both, quote, sick, and they both, quote, Daddy, we need lunch, and lunch is now sushi. I don't really think sushi is the best food to eat when you have an upset stomach, but that's what they want, and they'll eat it, I'll get it for them. So we're gonna go up to a place I affectionately call Gas Station Sushi. It's a little sushi hole in the wall up in suburban Maryland, next to a gas station and a 7-Eleven. And it's really good sushi. So let's go run up that part of town. On the road to the sushi place, in the gas station, in the suburbs. Not really a song. Over there though, you can see Key Bridge. So we're on our way to the sushi place. We gotta go through Georgetown, and if you look just up straight ahead on the right there, just between this building and the wall, that's the Exorcist steps. That's where the movie Exorcist was filmed, the end, the final scene, the one that everybody remembers. So guys, we are now in, well, just over the border of Northwest DC in an area known as Glen Echo, and this is Glen Echo Park. This used to be a giant amusement park, well, giant by the 1930s standards. This is where the subway cars, the street cars used to end, and they dump kids off at the carousels and the skating rink and the dance hall and all that. Now it's not quite the same, but it's still here. But the reason we're here is because over there is a gas station, and next to the gas station is a 7-Eleven, and next to that is a tiny, tiny little sushi place. Gas Station Sushi. Let's go check it out. So really, really overpriced gas station, $4.69 a gallon. Hardware store, 7-Eleven, and sushi place. Hey, how you doing? Andrew, I called in. Yeah. All right, let's take it for the kids. Okay guys, well that was Washington today. It was cold. By the way, I didn't show you this. This is what I got my kids when I was in London. These are little Christmas ornament subway cars. I always get Christmas ornaments wherever I go to different countries and get one for each of my kids. Anyway, and that of course is my new sign. Let's just call this place Penguin Circus because, well, it's kind of a circus. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. See you then.